Hey, we are back.
We're back. Same time, same
time next time.
Same time this time.
Same time this time. Same time as last time.
At a different time.
Let's not do this next time.
Let's not do this ever again. All right, so back to Sonic. We're in the same spot, right?
Yep.
A different act or some such.
Yeah, we're on part 3 of the Marble Zone.
Okay.
Or Act 3. I don't remember what the terms they use are. It's not a play, okay? Yeah. So like whatever. Anyways, what I actually found interesting, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's the Archie comics that put up the Sonic the Hedgehog comic.
What is? I didn't know there was one.
There was a Sonic the Hedgehog comic for I think quite a long time.
And what do you mean Archie Comics put them out?
Like the company and whoever behind Archie Comics, like the company that publishes Archie Comics, also publishes the Sonic the Hedgehog comic, like you would do just there, fall into lava.
That's an interesting plan.
But so I found that out, and I thought that was interesting.
This is the topic you had to share with us?
No, I wanted to get onto the topic of Archie Comics.
Ah, Archie Comics.
Because there was a thing I was reading that was talking about how Archie was going to die in an upcoming Archie comic.
Like upcoming as in current day?
Yes.
Oh wow,
like
that's harsh.
See, well, that's because
harsh.
And I wanted to bring that up with you because I know you had read quite a bit of Archie comics in the God damn it.
Yeah,
in the past.
My mom and my sister were big fans of Archie comics. We had tons of them in the house when we were kids, and so I actually grew quite fond of them. I thought Jughead was quite a funny character, and that's really it. The rest of the characters were pretty shitty, but the stories could be good. And the truth is with Archie comics that pretty much anything after the 80s was basically just garbage. I mean, I'm sorry if you like them or if you've never heard of them, don't bother looking into them now. But the ones from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s were just excellent. Good writing, much better drawing. Obviously, all those people went on to do real careers instead of animating second-tier comics. But, good on them for having done the ones that I enjoyed as a kid.
Well, I wonder if you actually looked at it, how many Archie comics came out?
Oh,
because
thousands, I imagine.
Because they had like the regular Archie, they had the double digests.
They had the double digests.
They had the Archie or the Betty and Veronicas.
Yup, Betty and Veronica. They had one that was I think just like Jughead. I want to say they had. I actually don't remember anything about.
I think also technically the Sabrina the Teenage Witch comics are like that was originally an Archie character.
Yeah, Sabrina like lived in their town or some such thing. I feel like there was a couple other characters that might have been Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes,
was I think also. I don't know if that was started there.
The same thing with Mothra as well, isn't it?
Mothra?
With Mothra, yeah.
What?
Not really.
Man, that'd be amazing.
Betty and Veronica and Mothra.
Yup.
That's still not how you do this.
That's a tough dating choice. Do you go with Betty because she's, down to earth? Do you go with Veronica because she's sort of more exotic and, dangerous? Or do you go with Mothra because he's literally dangerous?
And because I think he can breathe lasers.
Yes, and that's terrifying but also sort of primally sexy.
And I mean, the consequences for not dating Betty and Veronica seem like they'd be a lot easier to deal with than the consequences for not dating Mothra.
Yes, I can agree with that.
But so that aside, I guess there had been some ongoing Archie storyline that was took place a little bit in the future.
Is he in some sort of prisoner of war camp? Like, why would he?
I think it was in his college. Like, there was another Archie storyline going on about his college years.
He's gonna die in college.
I guess.
That's hardcore.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Only the most hardcore people die in college.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just made someone cry.
Well, probably.
But
that wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. So, what did they reveal the premise in which he dies, or just that he might?
They just revealed that he was going to die.
Oh, he was going to.
That there's some future.
Oh, it's probably some bullshit. He'll die, but then he'll come back to life in some boring something or other.
Like in whatever that storyline was, where Archie finally got married.
Yeah, I mean it's Archie comics. I can't imagine Archie's going to die permanently. It's not like the other characters are so compelling and Archie is so shitty. Now, if they had done that with How I Met Your Mother, I'd be okay with it. Kill Ted, that's fine, because everyone I've ever spoke to hates Ted. So I don't know what happened there, but...
Well, he's a pretty awful character.
Yeah, but is that really the intention? Is he a character I'm supposed to hate, or is he a character I'm supposed to think like, oh, you sad sack? Because if it's the sad sack one, they've missed a beat. I hate his guts, and I want him to die.
You just think he's a sack.
I think he's a sack, and one of the worst types. Like a burlap.
One of the worst
or
types of sacks.
Like a corduroy.
Corduroy? Is that a thing?
If it is, it'd be the worst type of sack, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want a corduroy sack.
Or like a cheesecloth sack.
Or a gunny sack.
Or I don't know what a gunny sack
I don't
is.
really know either. I know it's a thing.
But like a sack with many holes in it, like cheesecloth or
cheesecloth sack.
or net.
Or
a net sack.
Like a loose Afghan.
Yeah. Something that clearly wouldn't fulfill its own purpose. Much like Ted.
I really want to just isolate that last 30 seconds of you and I talking about sacks. Ah, there we go.
You would want to isolate that.
Dude, that's
untoward.
It's untoward. I feel like you saying that implies something about me that you may or may not have intended. I don't know if you did.
You haven't missed a beat.
Dude, look at all those bats.
I don't understand why... So, I can get that he's trying to capture these animals, but this thing where, like, he's captured some and turned them into evil things, but if you, like, attack them by rolling into them, they maybe I'm overanalyzing this game about
No, dude, this game is, like, 15 levels deep.
Yeah, so I'm clearly overanalyzing it. There's definitely no real logic behind the animal aspect of this game.
Well, my understanding, and this is based off of what I think my cousin told me when I was 8, was that Dr. Egg, as you called him.
Yes, Dr. Egg. Dr. Omelette.
Dr. Omelette.
Professor Omelette.
Professor Omelette. He's from Denver. He has captured all the creatures of the forest, and he has basically forced them, for some reason...
Wage slavery?
He's forced them into wage slavery and to debt bondage.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, so, I guess he built all these little, like, robot creatures that you see around that keep trying to kill me. Like that robot bat right there.
Yep.
And for some reason, he needs, like, living creatures to be inside the robot creatures for them to work.
Make them work, yeah.
But why, I don't know.
He's smart enough to make machines that animals can control, but not smart enough to make them controllable by the machine itself.
I guess.
He's like one of those really smart idiots.
This is, I guess, just probably a world without computers. This is just mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no...
It can't possibly be, though, right? Because a lot of these things clearly don't operate on mechanics alone.
No, they do. Look at that.
That clearly can't be done with just mechanics.
Oh, dude, it's just steampunk.
I still don't think that would work.
No, dude, it is. It's just steampunk. It's just a steampunk hovercraft.
It's all levers.
Yeah, it's levers and gearboxes.
And gearboxes.
Gotta have some gearboxes.
So you're telling me I'll never see a wire in this entire game?
The thing is, that may actually be true.
Are you sure?
Probably.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this. I don't think it is. I feel like at some point there's going to be wires.
Viewers, can you spot the wire before Dillon does? Send your entries to Dillon and Andy Wire Spotting Contest. P.O. Box 10308
at
Boston, Minnesota
65997. Perfect. Well, and you can do COD if you prefer.
Yeah, or not,
or whatever the proper term for that is.
I don't know. Can you
postage on?
Can you even do COD anymore?
I don't know. You can't do COD, I don't think, but you can still do postage on delivery, right?
Really?
I feel like when you get return envelopes for things, some of them have prepaid postage, and some of them have, like, pay the postage on receipt of the item. But I don't really know how that would work administratively. And I'll be honest, I don't give a shit about how the post office handles its paid postage system.
I just remember as a kid seeing a lot of, like, whenever they would show infomercials on TV, they'd always talk about how they wouldn't do COD. There was no COD for their products. There was no cash
I gotta
delivery.
imagine that's because they ran into too many issues where people would order them for someone else with COD. That's why I never understood why that was a good idea.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why.
I get what they were going for. The convenience of not
paying right now?
Well, I guess back then credit cards were less, everywhere, right? Less ubiquitous in society, and so it was more common that you'd either pay in a cash check, money order, or COD makes the most sense. Well, that's actually the only way to get cash, I think.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd be money order or check.
Now, how did credit cards work, like, in the 80s?
I'll be honest, I don't really even know how they work now, so...
But, no, I mean, even just, like checking... How did you verify a credit card number in the 80s.
So they use that. I'm sure you remember that machine where you like put the
Thing
card on
and
the
you
paper and you slide it. Does that just create like a carbon imprint of the card, and then you just like? See, that's where I'm lost. I know you do, and then it. And
Yep, it makes the noise.
I know the noise. So maybe it's a noise-based system.
If it makes the right noise, then it's a good card.
Then it's already been processed. Is how it works. So that noise is actually a sonic wavelength that gets sent down to the credit processing agencies, and at that level they just process it immediately.
Okay, no,
using a series of gnomes and tubes.
Gnomes and tubes.
Well, the gnomes go in the tubes. I mean,
okay, gnome tubes.
That seems obvious to me, but I could see why that wouldn't be to the layman. The man who doesn't know about 80s credit card processing.
People who didn't work in banking.
Exactly, in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Like I did.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you actually have a very clear idea of how credit cards were processed in the 80s.
When I said I don't know how they're processed now, I just mean in comparison to the 80s, where I knew everything about how they're processed.
You can completely understand how it works with gnome tubes.
Yes.
With computers and telephone lines, they're not so much. And electrical.
And electrical wire and potentially even electrical tape, I assume, is a big part of that process.
Oh, electrical tape is important.
Yeah.
What makes electrical tape different from regular tape?
It's black, so it keeps all the electric in.
Because it doesn't... I know it's not... It's not conductive.
Not through intimidation, mind you.
No?
No, not through intimidation. That'd be just racist.
I was going to say...
It's actually through just opaqueness.
Okay,
it's
so it can't leak out through the
pure
tape.
black.
Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. I follow you there.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing that electric tape isn't conductive.
No, it's inductive.
Is it conducive, though?
It's conducive to being inductive.
Okay. This is... I'm learning a lot.
Science with Dillon and Andy.
This is... I mean, Dillon's not really like Mr. Wizard, because he hasn't, like, built any baking soda volcanoes or anything, whatever.
And I'm not a wizard.
And you're not a wizard. I mean...
That's the main reason I'm not like Mr. Wizard.
He was actually a wizard. He was the last of the great wizards.
A true warlock for his time.
That time being 50s and 60s public television.
Yeah. No longer the heyday of wizardry, but what can you do?
How do we get onto credit cards?
I don't remember. I don't remember how we get onto anything.
I want to get... there we go.
Oh, you're trapped between two springs.
I don't really know how that works, but that's fine. Just want to...
So I could argue with you continuously.
Yeah, please.
Like I always do. So all those little TV things that you hit, they must be electrical because you can't mechanically show images unless you use like a series of flaps.
And granted, there's also like that which is clearly a lantern spinning.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're electrical, but is the electricity being conducted through wires?
No,
is the question.
All tape.
All through conductive electrical tape.
Inductive electrical tape. That's
electrical
conducive to inducting.
I don't really know what inductive means.
I don't. Something about reasoning. I don't know.
Is it just reasoning that it applies? Oh my god.
I think yes. I think there's an electrical component there as well, but I don't know.
If anyone out there knows how things work, or what things mean,
or how words are,
please tell us. Like, comment, and subscribe if you know what words mean.
But back to Sonic, since that's what we're playing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was actually enjoying talking about credit cards. And
you would.
Well, because I don't understand them. I have them, and I don't understand them.
I just explained them to you. Well, all you have to do is go into the past and use them now.
Go to the past, get the k-chuk noise, and then it does the thing with
the gnomes and the tubes.
The gnomes and the tubes. The Nomen tubes are.
Nomen tubes are that's the German counterpart.
I thought he was that famed writer Noam Tubzer.
Noam Chomsky's lesser known brother.
Yeah, Noam Tubzer.
Because of course he'd be related by first name.
Well, that's I was actually thinking about that the other day because I remember in like grade school they would all like whenever you were reading a story in like first, second grade, teachers reading a story to you or your class, and the character in the story had the same first name as you, they would, at least in my school, there was jokes that they were related to you. And it doesn't make sense because it's first name.
Yeah.
If they had my last name, that'd be impressive. I don't have an exceedingly common last name in the US, but...
Which is weird because it's a pretty simple last name.
It is.
But as is mine, but it's names. What's up with them?
I don't understand them. And I don't understand how they work now or in the 80s.
In the 80s was a different time, my friend.
It really is. So, I'm gonna let myself bounce here, and we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Just look at him go.
Just racking up those points,
10 points at a time, dude.
Man.
Actually, no.
Nope.
Score's not going up anymore.
All out of points.